Well, hi friends. So welcome to my planner lineup for July 2020. And you're probably looking at this stack and you're like, what? What am I even looking at right now? And I probably would say the same thing too. However, like, don't get scared. I'm not using all of these on the daily. Some of them are just things I have in my rotation. There is actually one more that I have somewhere. It's in use. We'll talk about that a little bit later and I'll pop it up on the screen and that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and talk about how I'm going to be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 planners. 9 planners starting this July. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started and I'll put these all on the floor and we'll talk about them. I'll be right back. All right, so we'll start with the littlest sister, and this one will not be in my everyday all the time rotation, but this is a squad skinny mini, and it's from, I think probably like one release ago, maybe two, something like that. But I took out the January months, so really there are just 6 months in here, and this is going to be whenever I get to go places again. Either my on-the-go planning, you know, kind of just a quick reference, maybe just quite a bit of pen, not a ton of decor, or this is going to be what I use for my pre-planning tool. I've noticed that I'm forever pulling out like a sheet of list paper so that I can know exactly what I have going on, you know, between all of my calendars. So I'm gonna have everything from all of my calendars in this little one, and maybe even reminders and that kind of thing. So I also included in here some hourly paper. So if I'm on the go and I need to plan hourly, I can do that. I have like some notes type paper and then just some like, I don't know, checking in style paper so I can do things on the go. So this is, again, either on the go or she's going to be a pre-planning tool. You may not see me plan in this one a ton, especially either on camera or I don't know, maybe we'll do some pre-planning videos. If that's of interest to you, let me know. But that would be super, super functional. Probably not a ton of stickers, maybe a couple, because we all know I love a sticker, but that's what I'm gonna be using this cute little lady for. Next, I am gonna be using this Squad Life Planner for my budget planner. So okay, so funny story. I picked this planner up and I was like, holy moly, I have no idea what I'm gonna use this for, but she's so cute. And I liked using the classic Squad planner because I liked having like squad stuff back in my life again, but I just could not make it work for all the time. Like the weekly layout just really wasn't working for me and I was constantly having to cover stuff, but I felt like in a more functional manner, having things that were already pre-decorated could really work for me. So even though this is a squad planner, like I'll just kind of let you take a look, there's not a ton of decorated parts in the pages. I mean, you have a couple of things here, but I do anticipate that this one is also going to be somewhat minimal and not a ton of pen, or of course there's going to be pen, not a ton of stickers happening. So this is going to be my budget, I guess, my budget day-to-day, I guess you could call it. I do have a budget section in my home planner as well, but that's like kind of setting my goals for my month and like where the long-term information is housed. This is going to be something that I would update like day to day. I've been considering adding like cash envelopes here and trying to do like a digital cash envelope type system. So that is how I am planning to use this one, and I am super, super excited about it. This lovely lady is not what she appears. So the wrong horizontal is not inside here. Well, we have my week from this week. That was actually from the squad planner, but in here we actually have the seasonal planner. So excited to start getting used to using this one. I am obsessed. And I talked a little bit about why I changed this cover out, but I just really love the message and I felt like it was summery and bright and fun, and I am obsessed with everything wrong. That is my girl. She is like my ride or die. I would consider her like a pretty good friend at this point. So love supporting her, and I love showing you guys all of her cute products. If you want to see other wrong flip throughs, I will link some of those things down below. So if you're unfamiliar with who Wrong DeVoe is, you can kind of see some more of her gorgeous artwork. But I'm super excited to have this cover on my gorgeous classic catch-all planner. This planner is exactly what it looks like. So this this is the, oh my gosh, I don't even remember what they're calling this one, but this is the super neutral dashboard planner. And I have this in here because I was supposed to plan a little bit of June, but it's not happening. I mean, we're at the end of the school year and that kind of thing. So in the dashboard, I am going to be planning my school schedule and my like teaching stuff. So the way that I'm going to do this, and I'll kind of walk you through it in more detail later as I'm planning, but this is going to be where like my lessons get planned. This is going to be like the meat and like the soul of my planner. And so I'm going to probably change these headings to meet my needs as a teacher, but I will kind of put like what the lessons are, or maybe even like our essential questions up here on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, that kind of thing, the days of the week. And then I will write here like what I'm teaching, what I need, like what resources I need to do, if I need to like schedule any kind of like guest speakers, that kind of thing. All of that will be in this section of my planner. Like if I've missed any standards, that kind of thing. So just making sure that all happens. If I need, I guess other things to include in this section would be like if I need to do any like reteaching, like really kind of that meat part of my job. And then I also included some daily sheets here. And the reason why I did that was because I also have phone calls often with my students and with their families. And so being able to schedule those in an hourly way, I actually schedule them in like 15-minute increments, maybe half an hour, kind of depending on what kind of phone call I'm having. And so I might break this down even a little bit further, or like, you know, talk about who needs to be scheduled where, all of that. But so that this is going to be really nice. And then putting my daily focus, and then any of my like prep materials or anything like that. And then just having a space to have notes as well. And then I also have some checklist paper in here as well that I'm going to be using to track some of my school things. So this is going to be what I'm using for my teacher planner for the 2020 to 2021 school year. So I am actually starting it in July because I am actually working this summer. So what I'm going to be doing though is for July and August, I'm going to be just using a monthly. So I'm going to be taking out the weekly. I think I am going to be doing some lesson planning, but I don't think I'm going to need to lesson plan directly in here. But that is really just for me. I am going to be using a dashboard for my teacher planner, and I'm super excited about it. If any of you are curious, I teach middle school AVID, so grade 7 and 8 AVID, and I also teach middle school journalism, and I also have a middle school advisory group. So that is kind of how this is going to work for me. I don't necessarily teach like a content-driven class, like a core content class. All of my classes that I teach are elective classes. So that is why this works a little bit better for me. If you're a teacher and you have questions about my job, the other thing about my job that's different is that I work in a virtual school. So I teach online, and so my day-to-day tasks look a little bit different than a teacher in a brick and mortar school. So that is why I chose this planner, also because she's super neutral and I could basically do whatever I wanted in here. Okay, so next I have this gorgeous lady, and I apologize for any lighting issues. Sometimes when there is a dark cover, it presents a little bit of background lighting issue, but this is going to be my social media planner. And if you haven't seen this one before, let's just take a look at her. She's gorgeous. Again, I have another month in here, but I probably won't do that. Okay, so this is the monthly layout, and you guys, I'm 100% obsessed with this planner. I kind of missed out on the botanicals planner last year. Like I got it, but I didn't really use it or know what I wanted to use it for. I was in like a weird place with my planning system. And so this year, this is going to be my social media planner, and I'm super stoked. I think Leanne, my podcast co-host, is also very excited that I will have something to kind of keep me on point with all of my social media responsibilities. So I do feel like those things are growing, and I'm becoming more like connected with people and brands, and like doing more in different social media spheres. And so I want to make sure that I have it all planned out and ready to go so that I am the best version of myself in the social media space. So if you haven't seen this one, this is kind of the dashboard kind of layout, and then you have your checklists every day for social media things. And then of course you have your monthly layout. So that is what I'm going to be using that for, but I'm super excited about it. This is not a planner at all. Well, I mean, I guess you could kind of say it is, but this is a, I'm calling it like my goal journal, essentially. So this is the Squad Life guided journal, and I am really, really excited about it. Again, I get to use squad stuff and I get to do some journaling. I decided to keep this one all together just because I feel like this is basically like a goals workbook. So I think that I can really like pair this with any sphere of my life and it could really work very well. I did do a full flip through of this, so if you want to see that, I will link that down below as well. I did also give her a little upgrade with these gorgeous, gorgeous little discs, and I am super excited about it. All right, so this one is not going to be in my day-to-day, everyday, daily rotation, but this one I hope I get to use, and I hope I get to use it when I need to or I'm supposed to, but this is my Go Wild planner. And so I need to change out because I have the old months in here. It was like, I was just kind of guessing that it might happen in August or September, but it is not happening then. It is actually happening in June 2021. So I need to go through and redo this essentially, or like upgrade it. But this is going to be my planner for Go Wild. And really it's more like a notebook, I would say. And so I'll probably be doing some like prep work in here, maybe like some packing lists, that kind of thing. But really I won't be using this until, I probably should not even include it in this lineup, but I won't be using like the bulk of it until the conference actually happens next year in 2021. But I do have this and I am just like holding on to it and like saying words of affirmation that we will all get to go. So yeah, that one is in my lineup as well. And then last but definitely not least is my health and wellness planner. So don't mind her scraggly little discs over here. So this came with like periwinkle blue plastic discs on here, but I love metal. So I have an order coming for some more of these blue color discs. And so that is eventually like what's going to be on here, but I just needed something to hold the pages together. So she's got some scraggly little discs holding her together. But in here, this is my health and wellness planner. And so I am going to be doing all the things in all of the wellness areas of my life, trying to get back on track. But I have my wellness planner, which is also going to track like my fitness type stuff and then some reflection stuff. And I also have like a reading planner in here as well, which I'm super excited to use. Oh, I also have a gratitude journal in here as well. So I have some gratitude, I have some wellness, I have some reading. This is going to be a really fun one to work on. I'm super excited. So last but not least, let's just bring all the ladies back while we talk about our last planner that we don't have handy. All right, guys. So my last planner that I'm going to be using is my recipe keeper. So that one is not something that I use every day or even really every other day. I use it maybe like once a week when I'm putting in a new favorite recipe. So yeah, that's that. So 9 planners, but again, I really only probably will use, I would say on the daily, I will probably use these 3 right here. And then weekly, I probably will like interact with my skinny budget and then my wellness and that kind of thing. So it's not like I have all of these things and then I'll write in my journal and I'll update my Go Wild stuff, and I will remain hopeful that I will be going to Go Wild very soon. So I'm obsessed. I love everything that's happening on this little place in the internet. So let me know what you are using, if you are changing planners this July, or what is happening for you in your planner lineup. So thank you so much for stopping by, for loving me, and for doing all of the things that you do. You are the absolute best friends of mine in the entire world, and I just want to give you the biggest internet hug ever. I want to also let you know that I have a collab planned every Sunday, so you'll get to meet some of my other planner babes in the community. The planner babes that I am planning with are babes from the Black planner community, so working on that amplifying voices, that kind of thing. So make sure that you check them out down below and really boost them up and go and visit them. So make sure that you're doing that. Also make sure that you like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new here. And by the way, you guys, have fun today.